If you're a parent that has a child that has cut you out of their life, maybe even keeps you from your grandchildren, I want you to know that you're not alone. It's one of the most painful experiences that you can go through. Today, I want to talk about how to protect your mental health and your self worth during this heartbreak. And if you're honest, some of this is not just because they're angry, it could be because of the trauma that was caused by some of the mistakes that you made as a parent. And that could have left scars. Hello, beautiful souls. My name's Melissa, and this is Melissa and Meraki, a channel that is inspiring you to live with soul, passion, and creativity. So, today's topic hopefully is not going to be too heavy for you. It's hard. I'm going through it right now. The estrangement is very new to me. It's challenging, and we've got to figure out how to allow space for your child to heal and work through their own trauma, through their own mental health, give them respect for their boundaries. At the same time, that's very hard to do. I know it's very hard to do. We have to take care of our own mental health. We have to make sure that we're not allowing this distance and rejection from our child to mold who we are, to take away any of our self-worth. It is so hard. So I wanted to give some ideas and some things that I've been doing, some things that help me, and maybe it will help you. Hopefully it doesn't rain on us, but it's a beautiful, beautiful spot. I want to share a little bit about my story, and if you can relate, I hope that it helps. Hope that it makes you feel like you're not alone. So I had my first child when I was 17, and I was a single mom for the first 5 years. I had a lot of past trauma that I didn't deal with from my childhood, and so raising a child as a child, even when I got older, I hadn't worked through anything until I got into my 40s with my past trauma from my life. So what happened was just a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. I was in survival mode a lot of the times. And by no means am I saying that this justifies any of my mistakes or any of my actions. I just know that I did the best that I could, and sometimes my best wasn't good enough, and it did some damage to my children, especially my my oldest. So I won't go into too many details. You don't need to know all the baggage, but it's definitely something hard to live with. And this video is mainly to help other people that are going through this. They're feeling shame and guilt and frustration and abandonment. Hopefully, these points will help you to move forward with just a little bit more soul, a little bit more love for yourself. I'm reading off notes. Number one, the silent grief. So, this is the type of grief that is losing a loved one, but there's no funeral, there's no condolences, there's no sympathy cards. And sometimes it's complicated grief because you know you contributed to this with your past mistakes. But naming the guilt and naming the grief is the first step to healing, to getting through this, not letting it consume you. Number two, humility, owning the trauma without selling your soul. This is so hard, you guys, so hard. So, being a parent doesn't mean that you got it right. There was no manual, and life happens. Many of us pass down unresolved childhood trauma, and we don't know how to handle the hurdles ourselves, let alone raising a child to handle the hurdles with. Humility means saying to yourself, I contributed to this pain. I caused hurt. I see it, and I take responsibility for my part. But humility is different than self-sabotage and self-destruction. Squirrel. Squirrel! Literally, there's a squirrel. This is a very heartfelt, deep, difficult situation and topic I'm going through as well. But you literally have to move on with joy in your life. So I'm laughing about the squirrel. Humility is different from self-destruction and self-sabotage. Living with shame forever does not heal anybody, not you and not your child. Or if you have other children, it also doesn't help them. So Brené Brown puts it very clear in her book. It's the Daring Greatly. She said, shame is focus on self. Guilt is focus on behavior. Shame is I am bad. Guilt is I did something bad. Shame and this guilt has been a very hard one for me because I have lived with shame all of my life. And it's taken me a long time to see the difference between shame and guilt. Okay, number 3, the balance of accountability and self-worth. You can admit that you made mistakes and you may have failed in ways that mattered, and you can still believe that you're worthy and forgivable all at the same time. You have to be able to accept reality. And that could mean that they may never allow you back in their life. But your child's healing journey is their own journey to walk. We can't walk it for them. But that doesn't mean that your worth is erased by even your worst mistakes. You are not defined by your failures. Please hear that. You are not defined by your failures. Your failures, my failures, that's what makes us a better person today. That's what makes us human. If I could hug you, I would, right now. Number 4, protecting your mental health in the midst of estrangement. It's a weird word, estrangement. Estrangement, protecting your mental health in the midst of rejection and loss with this situation is crucial. Estrangement can push you into depression or self-hatred if you don't guard your mind and if you don't guard your heart. Therapy, journaling, support groups, spiritual practices can all help you hold space for both sorrow and healing. Boundaries with your thoughts are crucial. Acknowledge your mistakes, but don't replay them over and over in your head. It becomes your identity when you do that. Number 5, reclaim your identity beyond being a parent. When your child cuts you out, it can feel like you're losing a part of your soul, like the entire role and your entire purpose of life has been stripped away. You are still a person with gifts, creativity, passion. You're allowed to create a life with joy and meaning that has depth, even in the shadow of loss. Number 6, living with hope, even if reconciliation does not happen. Reconciliation cannot be forced, and it may or may not come. And that, I know, is a hard pill to swallow. It's a really hard pill to swallow. The thought of never being able to be a part of my grandson's life, my grandchildren's life, is devastating. What you can do now is live with integrity so that if the door ever does crack open, you're ready, you're healing, and you're not crumbling. I hope this microphone's working. I really do. Here's a few things that we don't want to do. So we don't want to make it worse, right? We don't want to make it worse. Number 1, don't push contact. Reconciliation has to be their choice too. You can't force it. Repeatedly calling, showing up, texting, begging is not going to get us anywhere. It's only going to deepen their anger. Respect their boundaries, even if it's unbearable. Give them space and honor their healing process. Number 2, don't beg or bargain. Don't say things like, but I'm your mother. or it wasn't that bad. No, no, no. What about my grandkids? This will only push them further away. Don't say things to feel sorry for yourself or justify your actions or explain yourself. Number 3, don't accept abusive behavior from your child. Owning your mistakes does not mean that you have to accept cruelty, name calling, or emotional abuse from your children or from anybody else. You can remain humble and at the same time not accept the abusive behavior. Number 4, don't make their healing your whole identity. It's natural to want to reconciliate. It's natural to want to make peace and be back in your child's life more than anything in the world. Don't put your life on pause, just waiting. Build your own boundaries. Live freely, even in the waiting, so that you're not defined by rejection. Remember, it's okay to cry. It's okay to mourn. This is a loss for now. If you're going through this, I see you. Don't let your shame define your worth. Be humble enough to learn from your past, but confident enough to move on and live with purpose and soul. Thank you for being here with me today. If this helped you at all, please put a heart in the comments. Let me know. This is my first YouTube video, so hopefully it's helping somebody. I would love to hear from you. Like and subscribe. Catch you on the other side. Remember, we are learning, creating, and building our self-worth together, side by side, with Meraki, creativity, passion, and soul.